Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we had a massive information dump. This time we are going to spread a couple of rules, abolish a couple of rules, and then we're going to get the hell out of Dodge and go to the Lunatic Pandora. First things first, I went to the Center region, which currently has the random rule because, well, this region doesn't have it. And then we want to challenge and refuse to play this lady 8 times without talking to anybody else. So this should be 5. And this should be 6. And I'm going to count now because otherwise I'll forget. 7. 8. Challenge her for the 9th time and accept. Cancel out. This should abolish the plus rule. If you happen to have the plus rule abolished instead and you want to abolish the random rule, you'll want to go to a region that currently has the plus rule. If you're following along, then that should be Trabia. And you're going to want to, and before doing this, by the way, I forgot to mention, do a hard reset. Close out of the program if you're on Steam, hard reset on console, however you want to do this. And yeah. In order for this to work, and if you want to get rid of random, so you'll want to challenge and refuse her 4 times and then play and quit. And that should abolish the random rule. Now, both of these will only work if you're with random. It'll only work if you're unable to spread open or same wall. So both this region has to either have that or the other region has to not have that. In the case of abandoning. I can speak. Abolishing plus, we need to make sure that we're unable to spread same or same wall. Now these rules work assuming that the Queen of Cards is not currently in the region. In my case, I believe she's still sitting in Dalit doing a whole lot of nothing right now. So she's good there and I can follow these rules, and I'm going to apply the same rules to go back to Trabia and remove the plus rule from that region. Before I go there, because if I were to go there, I would have the open and the same wall rule from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Balam, because Balam only has open. And I'm going to go there, I'm going to get Balam's rules, I'm going to go to Trabia, we're going to do the same process to get rid of plus there. And then we're going to use the abolishing random process, of challenging and refusing 4 times and then playing and quitting, to abolish random from the center region. I'm going to do the rest of this all off screen because unless something goes terribly wrong, because it's the same process over and over and over again. Of all of these, the most important one to do is to get rid of all bad rules that you don't want to have to deal with from the Trabia region. I don't remember off the top of my head if Trabia has any other bad rules. If they do, I will tell you good ways of getting rid of those as well. Okay, we're back. One minor note here, as I said, I believe I said Balam I was going to grab rules from. Don't go to Balam because they only have the open rule. Go to Dalit, who has the elemental rule, which we've left in place so that we can go and remove other rules from other regions. Neither the Trabia region nor the Central region have the elemental rule, so we can use that to mix rules, and then we're not trying to spread same wall or open, because every region has open, and none of those regions have same. One note is if you go to SR, like I mistakenly did, to try and grab their rules, because I believe they only have elemental as well, they also have same wall. It's there, but it only works if you have the same rule in effect at that region as well. It's a hidden rule, so when you try and use the same strategy that I talked about, and you've grabbed SR's rules, it will actually spread same wall instead. I was confused at why this happened at first, but then I started making my brain work and I figured it out. So anyway, we've done that. Most importantly, the Trabia region no longer has plus or random or anything else that's going to annoy you, because the Trabia region is particularly important. Now, there's one other thing you could do, I'm not going to, but involves doing lots of RNG manipulation to try and get the Queen of Cards to go where you want her to go, and you can actually get her to go to, I believe it's Shumi Village is the ideal place to send her. but I don't really care to do that. That's just one thing some people decide that they want to do. Anyway, with all that being said, let us make our way to where Lunatic Pandora is, Terra's Point. I keep calling it Terra's Point, it's Tears Point, but whatever. Now, some of you may have been curious as to why I put specific abilities on specific GFs in the previous episode. Mainly, that's just to keep everything together. Hello? Hi, you're big. Go in the cockpit for a quick second. So the reason why I did that is, say, like Cerberus. Cerberus already had status defense times 4, so I gave him elemental defense times 4. That way I have 3 GFs, including Alexander, who had elemental defense, now has status, and Doomtrain already had both of them. Basically just to make them stand alone if I ever want to move them around. And of course, everything else as far as Brothers, Carbuncle, and Leviathan, they were set up for individual use. And any other things that I threw on, I just threw on the original 3, just because I knew that I was going to have them equipped the whole time. They already have ability times 4 and auto haste, so I know that they're going to be around for quite a long time. That's why I gave them magic and strength and HP and all that stuff. You don't have to pick the same ones I do. You could unload them all on one GF if you want to and get rid of all their abilities, but that's just how I felt like doing it, and I thought it made a little bit of sense anyway. If Selphie is currently in your party, Quistis will be driving, and I think Zell is the third string if that's the case, or if both the ladies are in your party there. So anyway, we've done pretty much all the stuff we need to do. All the side quests we can do, we have done. Make sure you've finished up pretty much everything that you want to do before coming in here, because this is the major no turning back point. I believe you can leave once you go in here, maybe, but yeah, it's the major no turning back point. Hey! Hope we can get through. Don't worry about it. Are the machine guns and the main cannon ready? I love this airship even more than I already did. Selphie with a machine gun. That sounds awesome. Make a big hole. Way to go, Selphie. Well, they got shields. Not sure that's how momentum works. If you hit something that stops you that fast, you're gonna go boom. But sure, why not? Our airship looks like a freaking dragon. It looks awesome. And there's our big hole. And if we want, we can dick around with Squall. My airship has hands. Okay, seriously, is there a better airship in any Final Fantasy game than the Ragnarok? This thing looks badass. It's a freaking dragon. It's also a spaceship. And Selphie, why do you look like you're just sitting there looking so happy? Your eyes are soulless. It's creepy. Every time I get to this point, I just look at it like, no, something's wrong here. Let's get in there. No. Okay, and Selphie? Okay, so we can leave if we need to. I don't need to. Let's move on. Go over this way. This is the main exit. Before going any further, I would highly recommend that somebody has the mud command. Good idea. I also have move find on in case I need it. I don't think I do, but it's probably them, you know. I have a feeling I know who this is. Them? Impossible! Yeah, I definitely know who these people are. Hey, it's Dumb and Dumber, or Team Rocket, or whatever. It is Squall. Shock? It's not very shocking. Squall does all sorts of stupid things. That's not happening, bud. Oh, she's so happy. I love Renault's reaction to Squall actually, you know, portraying some amount of emotion. She just looks like a kid giggling. No resurrecting Adele, no kidnapping Alone, no kidnapping Renoa. You're greedy. He wants all the women to himself. Seize them. All right. Well, we have boss time once again. Now, when fighting these guys, if you're unlike me and you don't have all your stuff already, then you want to make sure they're above level 30. Because at above level 30, you can get full lives from Fujin there. Raijin has the same crap he had before. There's tornadoes, Kurigas if you want them. Actually, I don't think I have max Kurigas, so... Oh, you do. Fujin... Yeah, let's get some of those. Now, you're also going to want to steal from each of these guys. Are they trying to keep up with me by casting haste? Squall, mug somebody. Pow. Oh no, I don't want to mug you. That's my bad. I'll reload and do it again. You want to actually get the drops from him because he drops strength ups and he drops strength ups, which I'd actually prefer to get. You do actually want to steal from Fujin, which is my mistake. I will show that here once I get a turn. Come on, give me a turn. I stole from the wrong person. You want to steal from you, if it works. Because you have... Video game. Decision. Destroy. Oh, Cypher. Oh, you can cast Meteor. Yeah, there's nothing really at this point that we can even considerably worry about. So I wouldn't. As far as fighting them, yeah, you can... the other thing that we can steal, if the game will let me, is... Get it? Video game. You can cast Pain. Again, if you have the status protection I do, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. That's why I like being able to set up all my characters with all 4 statuses. That way, there's your Mega Elixirs. So yeah, you get 2 Mega Elixirs from stealing, 1 from drawing. Time to get serious, huh? Oh, he's casting Ore on himself. What kind of limit break do you have? Prepare yourself for defeat. Oh, the Raijin special. Actually not terrible for once. And he's sleeping. Wake up. That is full damage each time. I was wondering if it was going to be like that or if it was going to be like something else. Sometimes when things do a whole bunch of damage like that, they end up being... What are you doing? Hey, that's pretty powerful too. Sometimes when they end up being powerful like that, it's because there's, they have, oh, what is it? What is it? Like a gravity-based attack, so it drains part of your maximum HP kind of deal. Okay. So yeah, you can hit him with Darkness, I guess, which I've done because I think Irvine has Dark on his attack. We'll just finish him off here, and then I'll reload my other file, and then I'll show you the drops that you're supposed to get here. Lost again, you know. Okay. So, you get strength ups from him. Commonly, you'll get 3. You could also rarely get 4, 5, or even 6. And you get a single Mega Elixir from Fujin. You get 2 if you mug her. And we get some AP. I'm not even worried anymore, because I don't care to learn anything else. Temporary retreat. Not through yet, you know. Alright. Oh, can't see anything. Bad camera angle. Oh, there's random encounters in here. What kind of random encounters could we possibly find? Oh, it's the same boring shit we've been fighting since the start of Disc 3. I guess it's not that bad anymore. But, well, not the start of Disc 3. Since we got the Lunatic Pandora. These guys are what they are, turtlepods. They're not necessarily all that difficult to fight. We'll just kill them. They're fine. I've shown off a good portion of the enemies in this game, actually. There are relatively few that I think I've missed so far. Or experience points. That was weird. I don't remember them giving that little experience. 2 soldiers. Well, I guess we'll fight a few more. Oh, it's Biggs and Wedge. Now you're complaining about having to take orders from a kid. Well, I'm assuming they're talking about Cypher. You chose the wrong career. Yeah, pretty much. Why is that funny? Why don't you quit and find another career? Just kidding. What? He's quitting? Let's go home and have a drink. You're being voluntold to quit. I love that. And here I was expecting another joke battle against these 2 idiots. But no, they're around here. What about our salary? Yeah. Why didn't I think of this sooner? And they're gone. Yeah, no final battle against those 2 goofballs. They just quit and they're gone. And yeah, if you remember when we were here before, we could go through all these different directions, and you still can if you're interested. Like, this is not the right way to go. You want to just go straight, but this will lead back down into the Lunatic Pandora proper. I was actually reading something up, considering we were talking about the crystal pillar before when Laguna was trying to explain things, and the way I understand it is this crystalline structure is the crystal pillar, and that was placed inside the structure known as Lunatic Pandora, which is this structure that surrounds it. So it basically refers to the same thing. The only part that isn't the same is that they found the crystal pillar and built like Lunatic Pandora around it, and the crystal pillar itself is what's calling down the monsters from the moon, not the Lunatic Pandora itself. It wasn't properly explained, so I figured I'd give it a little extra. But yeah, so this is elevator number 2, if you remember. That's the central elevator there. So yeah, if we had taken the other one, we could have gotten here eventually anyway. If you've missed anything before, like the speed junction scroll, you can go get that now. Elevator number 1 is where we need to go if we want to continue, though. Now, they've integrated this stuff all in together relatively well. Well, there's nothing there still. But yeah, if you missed out on grabbing this before, make absolutely certain that you come in here and you get your, I think it's a speed junction scroll within that one. What other new enemies do we have today? Anything interesting? Oh, a behemoth. That's interesting. I was actually looking up behemoths for... Thanks, Odin. I was actually looking up behemoths earlier, and I didn't see them in an encounter point, like as on the list of encounters anywhere except for in the Deep Sea Research Center. So I was like, oh wow, it's weird. You just don't have a lot of opportunities to fight them, but I guess you do. Well, bye-bye behemoth. Why am I only getting 1 experience point? I'm confused. Did I set up my junctions in a weird way that got me this? Okay, after a quick Google, apparently the enemies in here are all level 1 and give like 1 experience. Interesting. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case, but, didn't I just save? Well, this is closer. Yeah, too many saves. We don't need to go over there. There's nothing over there that's interesting, so we'll just keep moving on. Oh, we're gonna fight you guys again? What do you mean, no fight next time? Got a surprise. Oh, this thing. Oh, we actually get to fight this thing this time. It didn't just kick us out. Well, that's cool. This is mobile number 8. Mobile 8, if you mug, gives you laser cannons, but you also get those cannons if you just attack it normally. What's more important is the side pods, because the side pods, the probes, those actually do give you something interesting, if the game will be nice. So you've got all those spells, probe has those, probe has those. Squall, can you please mug these guys? There was something I was supposed to remember for this fight that I never knew before and I saw recently in a video. Video game? You know. Yeah, it's got like weapon modes and I never know how to deal with this boss fight other than I just kill it and it dies, because I never have to actually do anything. But since I'm gonna have to go off screen to steal, I will figure out what that is while I'm sealing here. Ow! Okay, it reduces things to 1. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. This isn't as easy as I was expecting it to be. I didn't know it had an attack that did that. Okay, that's cool. I like that. I want to get Rinoa to get a limit break here. There we go. And hopefully she'll give me invincibility. Or not. I was hoping for invincibility, but that's fine. See if we can still steal here. Okay, here's another new attack. Megiddo Flame. This is a magical-based attack. And it killed me. I actually died! I managed to die in Final Fantasy VIII. That is awesome. I haven't died in Final Fantasy VIII in so long. I actually don't know how to fight that guy, to be quite honest. I haven't fought that guy since... Why is it still playing the game over music? Yeah, I haven't fought that guy without just, like, killing him in the first 2 turns in years. So, yeah. Now let's see if we can figure out how to get the stuff to steal from, because he's kind of being a pain in the ass. Okay, so we got Vitality up from the left probe, and from the right probe, and from this one we get Strength ups. Now, the basic strategy for how to fight this guy is pretty straightforward now that I've actually looked up to see what this guy actually does. But yeah, he will change his attack mode to on or off. In one of the modes, these guys will counter every time you do anything. Can I get somebody else to get a turn in here? There we go. So we'll just attack the main guy. There's no point in attacking the sides. The sides have between 5 and 9,000 HP, and the middle guys will, the middle guy can use this ability, which is what killed me last time because I didn't have any HP left. It doesn't do that much damage. I just hadn't healed because he used his other attack, which lowered, it's called Corona, which lowers you to 1. And then, yeah, so when he's together like this, he won't counter, but when he's apart, then he will counter. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Other than that, this guy has between 30 and 50,000 HP. He uses the twin laser counter. Sorry, he does. It's not that he doesn't counter, he just doesn't counter in the same way. I think you can attack the side guys now without doing a counter. Let's use it on Rinoa. Rinoa hasn't got a lot of chance to show off her limit break. I just want her to use Wishing Star, and she's not behaving. I tried when I had to refight Fujin and Raijin, but all she did was spam Angelo Cannon because she's nice. Yeah, not a lot of powerful attacks except for the one that the two that he's already used, and I believe he can only use those when he's got his guys apart from him. One more Mega Potion. Come on, big money. I would like to see Wishing Star. Hey, we finally get to see Wishing Star. Wishing Star is actually one of my favorites. I like this more than I probably should. It hits everything and deals a bunch of damage. Doesn't hit as many times as some other ones, but I just like it because she has the ability to hit multiple times and deal a bunch of damage. And she also has a lot of variety because she has a counter, she can inflict invincibility. You can also use her Angelo Wing, which I will demonstrate much later on in the game. Well, I shouldn't say much later on. We're closing in on the end of Disc 3, so we won't have too many options. Laser cannons can be both stolen and dropped from the main head, which is why I didn't bother to mug that one. Well, we learned Rare Item. Not that I'm going to use it. Now I need to get over here. How do I get over here again? Now, there should be a way to get over onto this little platform here, but I guess we have to wait until later on in the game in order to do that. Oh well. But yeah, that's pretty much all the time we have for this episode. Next time, we're going to continue through the rest of the area. We got 2 boss fights out of the way. Next time, finish our way through Lunatic Pandora. Find out what Cypher's up to. See if we can get our plan to actually work. See if we can remember our plan since it's been so long since we've actually dealt with it. You know, side quests and all. And all in all, try and save the world. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.